Okay, let's get started. Welcome, everyone. My name is Kian Wong. I'm the host today of this special presentation, the 7 steps to creating a 6-figure income in the real estate industry through following the Partner PARTNER fundamentals. And today we have 3 special guests here, the founder of MPG Property Solution, Danny, and his 2 awesome team managers, Jeannie and Didik. Welcome, guys.
Hi, Kian.
Hi, Kian.
Hi, Kian.
Hey, everyone. How you doing? How's it going over in KL?
Great.
Nice and warm. I'm based here in New York City, and so it's fun to do this international webinar presentation. We just had a little bit of snow. Can you believe it? It was spring, the first week of spring, and we had some snow still in New York City. I'm sure it's much nicer in KL and Malaysia, where I'm originally from, but kind of miss the weather there. I'm sure it's probably 30-something degrees right now.
Yeah, it's warm here.
Yeah, that's great. All right, let's get started, guys. All right, moving on. What is this all about? Actually, what is MPG Property Solutions? It's founded by Danny 15 years ago, and there's 4 branches, right, Danny? From Chera, Setapak, and Seremban, and Johor Bahru.
4 branches.
Fantastic. And over, I believe, 130 property advisors and growing fast?
Yeah, we're growing extremely fast for the past few years.
Fantastic. All right, and tell us a bit about your interesting backgrounds. Maybe Danny, you can kind of share, how it all began for yourself.
All right, thank you, Kian. I started working at 14 years old and went into entrepreneurship at 20. So
Wow.
I joined real estate at 2002, founded MPG Property in 2014. I'm the co-founder of Synergy, the CEO of Synergia, and angel investor in some other businesses.
Wow, it's they say the rags to riches. Obviously, 14 years of age you were started. What type of work were you doing when you first started at 14?
Hourly job, day jobs.
Anything, right? Just to make some extra money, save up, and then you started your first business at 20, and then obviously you realized where the money is, as they say in real estate, which is fantastic. And then and yourself, Didik, tell us a bit about yourself. You're an interior design graduate, correct?
Yeah, thanks, Kian, for introducing. So I graduated as interior design, and actually Danny is my brother, so he brings me into real estate in 2004. And up to date, I'm invested in few properties, and I'm the main speaker and trainer for the past years.
Fantastic. And Jeannie, you were here in the US for about 10 years, right? Where did you study and work?
Oh, thank you, Kian. Yeah, I was in the US for 10 years. I studied in Indiana and worked in Michigan for 6 years.
Very nice.
I came back to KL in 2013, and since I returned, I joined real estate without any sales background. Can you believe that? Yeah, in the first 18 months, I achieved my first $500,000 in commissions. So
That's
right now,
pretty amazing.
Thank you. So I've invested in properties and also co-own a few other businesses, F&B business.
Fantastic. Dream team. All right. We're going to be talking about how you guys can partner with this amazing group of entrepreneurs here right now. And let's move on to ultimately the success of a company comes from the principles, the core values. This is what we call the 3 steps to helping you live a life of purpose, passion, and prosperity. Danny, you've created an awesome acronym out of MPG. Tell us a bit about the core values of your company.
All right. Actually, M stands for motivation, and the most importantly, self-motivated. P is about passion, persevere, and persistency. And of course, G represent greatness and also gratitude.
Gratitude, one of the most powerful forms of energy, right? Being grateful.
That's right. That's our core value here.
I love it. Fantastic. And then moving on. So from the core values to why real estate? There's so many, professions out there. Why real estate, Danny?
All right. Why real estate? As you can see in this slide, sourced by Salary Explorer, real estate is one of the highest paying jobs in Malaysia. it pays up to 50,000 per month to be exact.
Yeah,
and real estate is one of the. Sorry.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, people are making millions in real estate, not just in the brokerage field, but in the US, 90% of millionaires, come from some form of real estate investing background, right? So, real estate is where the wealth ends up in a nation. All these entrepreneurs, when they build up all this wealth, they end up buying real estate, and we know obviously the banking system's tied, very closely with the real estate values. So, unfortunately, we are all kind of slaves to the banks, as they kind of say. But if you master real estate, that's how you can take back control of your financial destiny. And I think, learning from the inside, you're learning about real estate, transactions and so on, you can then gradually move into the whole investment side of things. This is exactly what Danny, Didik, and Jeannie have done. That's right.
Yeah, absolutely true.
Yeah.
And real estate, one of the booming sector in Malaysia. For 19 to 20 years to come, there will be non-stop development, especially in the Klang Valley area. And to name a few, TRX, our Malaysia Financial District, and also Bandar Malaysia, a minimum 20 years of high-profile projects coming in.
Plenty of growth in Malaysia. Very exciting times.
Yeah.
A lot of tourism. It's a hub. I think it's a lot of people see it as a great place to live and move businesses. We had some amazing internet. I come from the finance as well as internet entrepreneur marketing type of background, from .com startups to now a lot of internet marketing. But a lot of some amazing internet entrepreneurs have moved to KL. It's a great place that they live. You've heard of Mind Valley and all these amazing entrepreneurs, creating their own little Silicon Valley in Malaysia, in KL. So a lot of exciting times ahead. So moving on to from real estate, the 7 steps to creating a 6-figure income in the real estate industry. Didik, as the head trainer and so on, you've created this awesome acronym, the fundamentals of being successful in this business, right? So what are these 7 steps? Let's go through them one by one, shall we?
Okay, sure. So this is like a secret review, is it? So what's the 7th step? Number 1 is the P for personal branding. And number 2 is the A, action, advertising, and marketing. Number 3 will be the research. So master your trade. And we go to number 4, of course, is the training. Number 5, networking. Number 6, which is the entrepreneurial mindset. And of course, the last one will be the R, relationship building. So Shall we? Let's go through it one by one.
Let's do that. These are great acronyms. This first step, personal branding. And you may have noticed some of these images from the video that we did for Jeannie here. There's nothing more powerful than sharing your story, nothing more powerful than video marketing, really. As real estate agents, traditionally you would put the pictures, on newspapers, and you would promote the listings and so on. But how do you differentiate yourself from all the other thousands, tens of thousands of agents out there? Well, you want to position yourself as an expert, become an influencer, right? Get people to know, like, and trust you through sharing your why, your story, and so on, right? So that's one of the things. And the power of video is this. When you're on camera, a lot of people who, when they first get started in this real estate industry, they go, oh, I don't have a fantastic story like Jeannie yet. You don't need to, because you just need to share about the project as well, and about, your passion will exude on camera. And we can teach you ways to look amazing on camera. It's all post-production, all editing and adding music and all the fast cuts. These days, you can look like a rock star expert in your industry purely from the production. So when people see you on camera and you're maybe walking through a particular project or a new development, sales center, whatever, and if it's done really professionally, and if you have that charisma, a lot of you getting into this industry know you have that charisma, and you can exponentially leverage that through the power of high production video. So we'll talk about how you get access to some free training on how to learn exactly what Jeannie did. Now, we did that all for Jeannie, but you'll learn the step-by-step methodology just by reaching out and booking an appointment with MPG Solution. We've put together some amazing training that we're giving away for free for the people who just simply are interested in partnering up or becoming a sales agent through MPG, right? So we'll get into that a little bit later. It's personal branding. We're talking about positioning yourself as an expert through the power of video, being a project specialist, as mentioned, and grooming yourself to be a professional. It doesn't happen overnight, but I think with this amazing team here, you can exponentially increase your learning curve. Step 2, action, right? Jeannie, you took massive action to generate $500,000 in commission in just like 12 to 18 months, correct?
Right.
So obviously, learn how to advertise without burning cash, become a social media expert. And there's a proven methodology. And why advertising on mobile? I think this is an interesting statistic that we found. From 2015 to 2022, the number of mobile phone internet users in Malaysia will go from like 16 million to 21 million. What's the population these days in Malaysia?
This is about 30 million.
Yeah, so roughly 2/3 of every single Malaysia will be an internet user by 2022. So this is where your audience is, and this is where your buyers are or sellers are, right? They're on their mobile phone, on Facebook, on Instagram, and so on and so forth. In fact, Malaysia's just outside of the top 10 users estimated monthly visitors on Facebook. Can you believe it or not? Malaysia is certainly not the top 10 in population, but it's just behind like Canada, at rank number 11, 12 million monthly estimated visitors to Facebook. So you guys love Facebook just as much as we do here in the US. So there is a method, right, Jeannie? There is a method to achieving this. It's about modeling, learning the method step by step that Danny and Didik and you guys have trailblazed in this industry, from cold calling to Facebook marketing to social media, internet advertising, exhibitions, referrals, and so on and so forth. Tell us a bit about what it took to generate that high six-figure income in such a short period of time. What is the secret sauce? What are the numbers? It's a numbers game, right, Jeannie?
Right, yeah, it's actually just a numbers game. So we will teach you all that. Danny created this system. It's just doing cold calls, Facebook marketing, and social media. This, by January, 100 leads and 50 appointments. Out of that, 10 show up, and you get 5 closings.
That's right. So this is a methodology. It's not one particular action that does everything. You need to do a combination of things. But Facebook and social media can help you scale exponentially. Yes, you can do your 100 phone calls a week or 2 weeks or whatever, right? But why not get your message out there to thousands of targeted people on Facebook? Because for the first time, you can not only advertise, geo-target your advertising, you can target by demographic, you can target by age group. You don't have to place an ad on a newspaper, which everyone reads, but there could be a particular age group or particular group of people who said they're likely to be interested in investing. Facebook knows everything that we do, and they can actually profile us through artificial intelligence. It's amazing. So why not leverage this technology to the fullest extent? Why not leverage the power of video? And for the first time in just 3-4 years, Facebook has allowed video advertising. So this is how a lot of you came across us through the Facebook video advertising that MPG's put together right here. So these are some of the numbers, as a general guideline. Obviously, we're not promising that this is the actual numbers that you got to do. It will vary for individual to individual, obviously, but this is how Jeannie did it, and roughly Danny did it, correct? So tell us about the other numbers, the commission here, Jeannie.
Okay, so this is how I did it. A 450,000 property, we get a 2% commission per unit, and that is 9,000 ringgit a unit. And in a month, if you sell 5 units, that's 45,000 a month. And in a year's time, that's 540,000.
Yeah, a lot of hard work. There's no shortcuts, but that's where technology can automate a lot of that hard work. So you are getting the interested leads to opt in, reach out, send PM, and so on and so forth. Right? That's the beauty of technology. And
Right, I
once
just follow the system and the results is there.
that's right. Research. Didi, tell us a bit about the importance of the third step, right? You've got PAR, partner, R for research.
Yeah. So you see, we only sell the best-selling project in the market. So we have the 7 steps to actually select the right project. So number 1, we look into the price. Secondly, it's the reputation of the developer. And number 3, excellent in standard. We talk about the background, their track records. And number 4 will be the sellability, the marketability. So number 5 will be appreciation, the adding value of the projects. And of course, people are always talking about number 6, the location and the leverage. And last one will be the exclusivity.
That's right. And the exclusivity of being part of your MPG PPP, right? The premium partner. We'll get into that a little bit later. By joining as a team member, you'll also get access to this premium property partnership valued at 10,000 ringgit. This is something that we're inviting investors to be part of. But by being part of this amazing team, you will get free access to this as well. So that's exclusivity, getting access to the, with every unit, with any development, right? Developers are very picky in North America. They sometimes only give access to certain agents to market their properties, correct? Initially. And they give them certain allocations, correct? Some agents get a certain number of allocation. Once they're gone, that's your allocation, right? Unless until they open up to the public or whatever. So that's what happens often in North America. I'm sure there's something similar in Malaysia, correct? That's right. So being part of this exclusive club will give you access and your clients access to these, limited number of properties sometimes, or for these hot developments. And we're talking about these things. Tell us some examples of the units, the developments that you promoted, and how quickly they've sold.
All right. So you see, when we find the right project, so they just sell themselves. So all the advisors, they just have to just follow, just be the good advisor. So these are the few results that we achieved last year. So in Pinnacle Sri Petaling, we sold 85 units in just 1 month time. And Vision City in Nilai, it's 1,000 units in 2 months.
Wow.
And this is amazing. Arte Cheras, 200 units in just 1 week. And we have one in Kajang, 320 units, and also everything sold in 1 month. So, and there's another one. This is the hottest project for last year, Majestic Theme. 1,300 units in 1 month. That's just
insane.
Wow.
That's great. Good job. So that's the importance of research, right? So let MPG, do their due diligence so that for you guys as agents, you're selling something which is hot, right? There's the 80-20 rule. Out of the 30, 40, 50, whatever major developments every year in KL or the surrounding region, there's the top 20%, which are just better developments, better products to sell, correct? Let MPG, do their research and whittle it down to that top 10 projects to be proudly endorsed and promoted by you guys, right? So that's part of the key. Doing your research, doing your homework as a team, as a company. And then the T, the PART for training, obviously, Danny, obviously through your leadership and your amazing training over the years, you've put together some amazing training. Tell us a bit about that.
All right, our training is totally different from others, as you can see, because we treat all of the newcomers as our business partner, future entrepreneur. That's why we call it BEST, BEST, Business Entrepreneur Style Transformation. Of course, besides that, we do online workshop and webinar too for people all over Malaysia that join us. And so what we covered in our training, our Business Entrepreneur Style Transformation, is of course we talk about our core values, and we opt for extraordinary sales performance. It's not just normal sales performance, we opt for extraordinary sales performance. introduction of the new projects, and of course, master the Facebook, which is Facebook Mastery, the sales cycle, on-field trainings, sales and marketing psychology, and live demo by our star performers like Jeannie, Dide, and most importantly is the business strategies.
Yeah, I love this training. I mean, this is super comprehensive, and it is about finding the right partnership. When you're getting to the sales as a property advisor or a broker or as an agent, you're really in the business for yourself, but not by yourself.
That's right.
And finding the right agency. That there's a lot of big names out there. I'm sure you've heard. We don't have to mention. You know, they're massive. They've got thousands of agents, and sometimes you lose a little bit of that family environment. And that's why I love what Danny's created here. 150 sort of agents. So it's still a community that you've got direct access to Danny and Didik and the top performers. Whereas when you're kind of in a bigger environment, it's just like corporate America. When you work in a big, massive corporation, you're kind of lost in amongst tens of thousands of employees. But startups or medium-sized companies, you can learn a lot. You'll get a lot more personal attention. And what they put here is really top-notch partnership training material. And obviously, we've incorporated some of the most cutting-edge Facebook, social media, marketing training from the US, which is where I'm based here in New York here for 13 years. And we've also incorporated that in the best training here by Danny, Didik, and Jeannie. We'll get into that shortly. Moving on, the affiliate training. Tell us a bit about that, Danny.
Affiliate training. Okay. Besides that, affiliate training is part of our training system too. We normally do cross training with other associates, so improve everyone in the real estate industry. You see, so we just we cooperate with other associates in this affiliate training.
Right. So it's all about best practices, right? It's about industry sharing your knowledge, and then the networking side of things. Now this is fun. Obviously, it's not only who you know and who knows you. Networking is thus, a critical component of being successful in this industry. It's building relationships. Introducing MPG's premium property partnership. Didik, off you go. Tell us a bit about this exciting new partnership program.
Okay, this is a platform, a program that we created, and each of every one of the advisors in MPG, they get access into our investor inner circle. So they learn how to build their investor, creating their raving fans. So these are the people who always support your business. So refer client, create more opportunities to their career.
Fantastic. So, and by joining your team, you're going to be also part of this private network, and you're going to be hobnobbing with some of these famous entrepreneurs, right?
We have a lot of special events. We have a very special speaker just specially arranged for the advisors. So these are the photos that we have met all these our mentors. So just like Keon, you are one of our mentors, right? So
thank you. Yes.
So on the left, you can see that's Jonathan, CEO of Owner Circus. And the second will be Brian Loh. I think in Malaysia, everyone knows him, the CEO of T-Life. And on the right, which is his Timothy, a founder of Colony Co-working Space. So they are just amazing people. So besides that, we also attended a lot of events like this partner agencies annual dinner. We are in a Porsche club, Porsche Cayman and Boxsters Malaysia. So we met a lot of amazing people.
That's awesome. And then moving on to step number 6, entrepreneurial mindset. I think this is probably one of the most important aspects of being successful, if not the most. There's obviously you have to take massive action, but you need to really, it's be, do, and then have, right? As they say, the be, do, have principle. But initially, it's your core being, your mindset, your thinking, your belief systems, your identity needs to be shifted. And that's how you can then develop the right strategic plan and so on. Danny, tell us a bit about why you feel this is really the most critical. How did you develop such a amazing entrepreneurial mindset from such a young age?
Because for us, we believe that every great things start with a great mindset. So here we will share what is the entrepreneur mindset, because MPG are here to build future entrepreneurs, and you have to treat real estate as your own business.
Absolutely. And Danny and you guys are like the Tony Robbins of the industry, right? I'm sure you're right. So step number 7, relationship building. Obviously Jeannie is a master at this. You know, in her first year, 18 months, you know, you did some amazing, you know, numbers. I don't think anyone else, Danny, did anyone else in your 10 years of, you know, rough history, have you seen anyone achieve such, you know, numbers in such a short period of time?
She's really one of the one that really surprised us, you see.
Yeah, she's got that gift for sure. So tell us a bit about what are the keys to, you know, why relationship building?
Yeah, so we believe that, you know, when we're doing real estate, it's not just about selling, it's about creating a meaningful relationship with our investors. So in a way, when you create relationship, we create also repeat business. This is how we build a lifetime value with our clients, and this is something that we will teach our advisors when you join us. We will show you how to do it. It's really amazing. Once you build a relationship, you get so much more than just a sale.
That's right. And then you become friends. You know, don't you want to do business with people you like and have got similar core values of service and excellence, and obviously you want to give back in this environment. I love what MPG has created, the core values of gratitude and so on. I think that's what, you know, gravitates all these amazing clients. You know, you're attracting the law of attraction, as they say. And in business, I love the model that you guys put together, being the specialists in new projects, because you're attracting investors, right? And investors, in some sense, they're going to come back. They're going to be repeat buyers. And in business, when people are just one-time transactional and then they never, you know, care about the client ever again, you're losing referrals, you're losing repeat business, and that's the key. You put in that advertising dollars, just like any business, right? You got to advertise on Facebook and all that stuff. If you want to treat this as a business and not just cold calling, which is a lot of grunt work, if you really want to treat this as a business, once you get the client and nurture them properly, then you will outperform other agents, because you're thinking in terms of long term. You're thinking about repeat business, that lifetime value, the cash flow coming in, not just one time, but multiple times over 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So that is the key. That's why MPG are really trailblazing as a specialist in a niche in the investor market. So very cool strategy. If you get a chance to join this, not only are you going to learn all the amazing investor strategies, but you yourself can generate that high cash flow to fund your investments. Right? Brilliant. Isn't it a win-win? You want to generate that high cash flow from your income to then reinvest in properties and build true wealth. All right, moving on to our special training, which we mentioned about earlier before, which is the Star Producer Mastery Gold Program. It's a top video marketing and personal branding. We're going to learn how to utilize high impact video marketing, Facebook marketing, all about star networking and sales processes and so on. You know, we've got this gold membership. You're learning from not only my experience, but my mentors' experiences. I've had the fortune of not only building multiple businesses in Australia, in the US, in New York, as well as became a bit of a YouTube social media star on television as well, and an Oscar contender film producer back about 4 years ago. So I've combined all that startup consulting experience, sales experience, building companies, social media into this course that you can get absolutely for free, right? Not even just simply by reaching out. I'll explain that in a moment. You'll learn how to supercharge your marketing message. You're in the business of marketing, not just sales. When you do a fantastic job of marketing, sales is superfluous, as Peter Drucker, management guru, would say. What does it mean by that? If you do a fantastic job of knowing who your ideal target market is, offering an amazing message, then your sales is easy, right? When you have the right targeting, the right offer, the right message, the right product, then you're not in sales. I mean, a lot of people go, oh, I can't do real estate sales. It seems so difficult. When you have all this in combination, it becomes almost effortless, right? Obviously, there's a lot of work still. But anyway, the perfect Facebook ad formula, the secrets of producing high impact video. Not only, we've got a team, we can refer you to obviously the same teams that we use to shoot all these amazing videos for MPG, how to create viral videos, how to become a pitch master, how to network like a star, 5 key methods to raise capital if you down the track want to raise capital. Like these guys have had to buy investment, as well as, you know, different wine bar, hotels, you name it. The Premium Property Partnership, I don't think they mentioned about it. They talk about investing in really interesting developments, right, guys? Not just regular condos, but really you can play Monopoly, right? You can invest in really high yield property investments like hotels and so on and so forth, right? So really exciting stuff. And then finally, the 3 core principles of star productivity and selected Q&A goals. So all this curriculum, this is cutting edge social media marketing and cutting edge 21st century entrepreneurial training that you don't get in traditional real estate firms. You can ask Danny and these guys who've been in the industry. They don't teach you this stuff, right? So we will give you access to this entirely for free, worth thousands of ringgit. You can get free access simply by booking an appointment now, right? No strings attached. You don't have to be selected to actually end up. So long as you get to meet with these guys in person, they will give you free access to my course. I've spent literally put 2 decades of my knowledge into this course. And it's my way of giving back to Malaysia, which is where my grandparents migrated from China 100 years ago. We were very blessed to do very well in the mining industry, and as well as real estate, actually, in the whole development side of things in Ipoh. And then I grew up in Australia, and then used to go back for Chinese New Year, which was a lot of fun. But now based in New York, now it's a good chance to give back. So simply by booking an appointment and getting to meet these guys in person, they'll give you free access to my course, right? So let's achieve.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome, guys. It's my pleasure, my honor. You guys are doing some amazing work here. Let's achieve true purpose and abundance together. All you have to do is reach out to Jeannie. Is that your personal number there, Jeannie?
Yes, that's my personal.
Okay, no crank calls or anything like that. Just text Jeannie. Just text her. Say that I'm interested in partnering with MPG. That's all you got to say. Text, I want to join your team. Something like that. Text Jeannie, and she will set up an appointment, send you some more information. So, text her at 6013-662-2827. Any final words, guys?
Just want to thank you, Kieran, for everything. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for hosting.
You're more than welcome.
And
very
good. Join us.
Absolutely. I hope everyone gets a chance. If you really, are hardworking, want to be an entrepreneur, and want to learn and be mentored by the best of the best in the industry. This is not the, by all means, go check out the competitors out there, but I don't think you'll see quite a presentation like this, quite the training you will get from these guys and from all of us. So we're very excited. Thank you, Didik. Thank you, Jeannie and Danny. All right, take care, everyone. Reach out to Jeannie and give her a short text, and they'll be in touch. Take care. God bless everyone. Bye. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.